Welcome to another most impressive video on the Mini JP channel. On today's episode, JP rides the amazing BMW S 1000 XR. JP also loses the footage, so we will have to watch something else.
Well, hello there in YouTube land and welcome back to the channel. And today my friend Francois and I are in the middle of nowhere, and he decided, because we found this awesome road, he decided that it was a good idea for him to let me test ride his BMW S 1000 XR from, what's the year on this bike?
2020.
From 2020. Now it has the M package, so that means some carbon fiber stuff, a little bit more horsepower, not that you need it. It has the Brembo brakes, and it has, well, basically the 999cc 4-cylinder awesome engine from the S1000RR. And I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit afraid of this bike because I know it's too powerful, but Francois is gonna ride my Harley, and I'm gonna follow him for a few seconds, and then I'm just gonna take off and get on those twisty roads that we found that are awesome. So let's hop on this bike and see how it's like to ride. Okay. All right, the first thing you're gonna notice is it's a very tall bike. Obviously coming down from the street glide, you're gonna feel it, but oh man, you can feel that power down here. I think Francois is having trouble figuring out how to turn on the Harley. So let's turn this off, help him out with that. Yeah, there a few things different. So you have to turn this thing,
Okay.
and then it turns, and now you just regularly. You look good on that bike, man. All right, let's catch him now. Everything is in dynamic, so we should be able to get on it and catch Francois and then talk about this bike while we're doing that. Oh, quick shifter is nice. Oh yeah, you can see oh, there's a lot of wind coming. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear me, but there is a lot of wind. And he also has this little thing here so that you can put your Garmin GPS. I need to move the mirrors a little bit, but let's not move Francois' mirrors. Let's keep it like that. This bike feels so good at this speed, man. And then he told me that once you get closer, so we can get a better view of what we're dealing with. So it's a very tall bike. It's a sport touring bike. Looks like an adventure bike, but it's not. It's not really, you're not meant to go off-road on a bike like this. A bike like this is meant for long-distance sport touring. So one of the things, I was afraid a little bit of this bike because it's very tall. But I don't know, it's good because you can see everywhere where you're going and all that stuff. And oh, the downshift is also very good. You know what is funny? That you have to actually engage the throttle a little bit to actually get it to start revving. Why is this thing telling me that it has the cruise control on? Let's turn it off. I don't like the seat because you can't really get up and try to do crazy stuff. But if you want to, you can definitely do some crazy shit on this bike, man. pretty sure you're not going to be able to hear anything that I am saying because there is a lot of wind coming in, and I don't know if it's buffeting from this thing or not. This bike also has the hand guards here. I love the way you can move it from side to side. It's just so nimble, man. For a big, heavy bike with long legs, I was expecting this to be a lot more difficult to ride, but it is not. It's so easy to ride. Let's see if we can wait for Francois here so we can get more of a shot of me riding this bike. I like it. I like it a lot. The first time I rode a bike like this, the S1000XR, I did it on a demo day. I didn't really like it because it was so tall, so tall. And but now that if you bring it to the twisty, it makes a lot of sense, man. This is the only bike you never need because it's great for commuting. It's so comfortable. It's upright. You have the bags, and it's just oh man, yeah. I like this wide handlebar, the way it makes you feel so, I don't know, man. I think it's time to put this bike on the list. You have to put this bike on the list, man. It's so good. It's just so good. I mean, the way it handles the bumps, the way it handles, especially imperfections when you're cornering, there's no way that you can get this on a regular sport bike. The only thing, you're gonna say I'm crazy maybe. I was expecting this to feel a little bit faster. Because you have to rev it a lot, and then when you start revving it, you can hit the red letter really quick. So maybe it's just the way it feels. It's so good, it's well put together, it's so very well designed that you don't feel that you're going that fast. I don't know, I would have to compare it to my Suzuki, but I do feel faster on Suzuki. Now something I wouldn't be doing on Suzuki is taking it on a road like this. Look at this bumpy road. It's a terrible road, right? I'm riding with just one hand and I don't feel that I need, look, I'm jumping. I am jumping with one hand. You think I could do that on any of my bikes? I don't think so. And then it has a whole bunch of torque because I was in 6th. I didn't have to, I mean, you can be very lazy on the gearing on this bike because it has so much torque down low, even though the curve of the power band, what is he doing on my Harley? It's killing my Harley. Alright, so he wants to stop now. I don't know, I think that's enough. Maybe he saw me revving this bike too much and he wants to get even. Anyway, I really enjoyed my time on this bike. The only thing, Francois changed the seat, and I don't know, I think the regular seat would be better because you're stuck in this position. You want to get off the seat to do sporty stuff and you can't. I love the dash, I love everything about this bike. And then the way it looks, I really don't love the color, because there are other colors, but this one is better than the boring white one. I don't know why BMW just keeps doing that with the white ones. They do the M package and then it's like white. That's the most boring. But a little bit, this bike, would I rather have this one than the S1000R? I don't know, because I just like a naked bike, right? But this is definitely an option, because then on this one you can put a nice seat for your wife, the old lady, and just have a tour pack and go touring on it for hours and hours on end. I really like this bike, man. I don't know why he said to stop and then he didn't stop. Okay, so let's catch him so we can get a little bit more footage of myself on this freaking bike. It is so good. So good. The brakes are also very, very good, man. The quick shifter down is awesome. I mean, I love this freaking bike. There's nothing that this bike lacks. Try those brakes again. Oh, they're so good. They're not just powerful, and but you have a lot of feel, and they are progressive. I don't know if this is the big grips that make you feel like it takes a while for you to engage the throttle. I think it's just on my mind, and that's why. From here, I do like the way of my street glide, man. Such a good looking bike. But would I'd rather have this one than street glide? I don't know, man. If it were the only bike that I would get on the stable, something like this would make perfect sense. Because it's just, the suspension is so good. That's the best thing about this bike. Because even the engine, but I do feel like it's tuned a little bit more down than the S1000R. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Because the engine is obviously very good, but I think the suspension on this thing is the highlight. Now look at how it handles, and that's because of that suspension. I like it a lot. Let's check out those brakes again. Gee, it looks like, oh my God, stop ahead, I'm not gonna make it. Oh, of course I make it. Look, it's just so good. So freaking good, man. So freaking good. I loved it. I love this bike. Thank you, Francois, for doing this. And well, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you like the videos, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. You don't like the videos, well, share them with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.